Hi there. Welcome to Apple World. The universe of boxing has been stirred up these past couple of years due to Powerhouse Boxing and the leader Jake Paul, who, for all intents and purposes, has appeared to clear his own particular manner into the universe of boxing. At the point when he battled Tommy Rage and lost on a split choice over the course of the last year or somewhere in the vicinity, Jake Paul has been implying that Canelo is his ultimate objective in boxing, and he genuinely accepts he could beat him. Recently, Jake Paul took to Instagram and posted, "Logan battled Floyd, and one day I will battle Canelo and show the world why I'm the best game story of all time. See you soon, Saul." Appearance is genuine, and taking into account how fast Jake Paul has rose in the game of enclosing from battling Deji back in 2018 is crazy. Battling ex-UFC champions and Tommy Rath before his 10th battle is an intense test, yet Canelo would menace Jake like insane in the ring. We'll be taking a gander at Canelo's most recent reaction to Jake Paul's callout and perceiving how likely it will be that the battle occurs. So make certain to stay close by till the end for all relevant information. For those who may not have the foggiest idea about the battle, callout came after Canelo beat Jermell Charlo in a 12-rounder where he was ruling him in each second of the battle. Obviously, Canelo has recently lost Bivol, so it will be intriguing to check whether Canelo at last runs that one back. When Jake Paul posted this out, everybody's most memorable response was "Brother lost of fierceness." Presently, he believes you will beat Canelo, and his brother would regard Canelo as ending your profession. Logan got pacified by Mayweather. "It wasn't so much a battle, man. Need to set up $100 million to get ignited into space." The principal issue here is that Canelo is still thriving, and we realize Jake Paul likes to battle resigned MMA contenders. Tommy Fierceness showed his level, taking into account that they're both of similar age and that he's a real fighter. He's likewise just 33 years old, and when Logan battled Floyd, he had an enormous weight benefit, and I mean gigantic. Canelo is a middleweight, 168 pounds, and on battle night is most likely close to 180 pounds, which is what Jake Paul battles at. So he will, in a real sense, have nothing on him if they somehow manage to battle. It was just a year prior when Canelo first got some information about a possible Jake Paul session. He was confounded by the entire thing and, surprisingly, asked the journalist for what good reason he posed the inquiry. Obviously, no Canelo. Jake Paul's caused a ton of commotion, particularly last week. Do you take any notice of him? Jake Paul takes any notification from him. He said that the group I'm contemplating, is the reason. Why are you all requesting that? Particularly battle Jake and Paul, please, folks. Canelo Alvarez, the ongoing super middleweight boxing champion, has been interrogated regarding confronting YouTuber turned proficient fighter Jake Paul for a period, yet his latest response is the most uplifting one he's yet given. He, as of late, showed up on the Full Sand webcast and really gave Jake Paul's props. "When I'm finished with boxing, there's no difference either way. Perhaps I'll make it happen." What difference would it make? I believe it resembles when you're done. Like, contending at the most significant level, you're saying no doubt, definitely, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. I believe it's great since you realize what occurred. There are others who they never watch boxing, or they know nothing about boxing. They need to watch Jake Paul since he's coming from a brings fans from other no doubt world, right? No boxing fans, what's more, that is great. That is great since everyone appreciates it. So you figure you could, at any point, engage that thought when you're finished? Perhaps. Canelo appeared to be heating up increasingly to the thought of taking on Jake Paul. He showed up at the Morning Meal Club simply a month prior and, for the subsequent time, showed receptivity to the idea. He then said the accompanying no doubt, perhaps, but not right now for me. Not at this moment, since I'm pursuing different things in my profession. However, who knows? Perhaps later. Better believe it. Alvarez went on by expressing that he could see himself taking on Paul in a presentation session after he had resigned from proficient boxing. Normally, Alvarez was extremely unequivocal whenever he said that Paul had no opportunity of overcoming him. He did, in any case, express some deference for what Paul had achieved in the space of hybrid boxing. My level is another level. However, look, I think he wants to appreciate what he's doing, and that is all there is to it. He wants to quiet down and begin getting down on individuals at different levels. He's doing beneficial things. Battles with any semblance of Nate Diaz. He really wants to simply partake in that. The huge test approaching in Canelo's sights as of now is a likely coordination with Terence Crawford, which would be gigantic. Quickly following Crawford's destruction of Errol Spence Jr. in July to bring together the welterweight titles. Gossipy tidbits about a Crawford-Canelo battle began. Be that as it may, given the idea of publicity, the hypothesis of Crawford going up to challenge Canelo has begun. Crawford can achieve it from Crawford Stevenson's perspective. Truly, I figure Bud can beat Canelo Alvarez. I might want to see it since I realize I don't naturally suspect size wins battles. I figure abilities do. I don't have any idea who else would pay attention to me, yet I think Bud elaborately being a southpaw with great development and sharp boxing. It would be hard for Canelo with that high gatekeeper to walk him down and burden up with his large snares, as he does. So I figure Bud would be Canelo back to Jake, Paul, and Canelo. When Canelo easily overcomes Jermell Charlo, Jake Paul got some information about the battle and expressed that Canelo needs to keep an eye out for his power. Reflections on the battle. No doubt, Charles. Not exactly giving them anything. Not exactly giving him that power. Definitely. Simply stand by till Canelo gets my power. You know, you could in fact see him giggling in the clasp. He's an extraordinary business, shrewd and promoting individual, yet where it counts, he realizes Canelo will wipe the floor with him. The remarks under the post were funny. With stuff like Canelo will rest him and Canelo will make it lights out time for you. Jake doesn't, for even a moment, have confidence in himself. Before we go any further into the video, how might you all see a Canelo versus Jake Paul battle working out? Might Jake Paul, at any point, in some way or another, supernaturally take care of business? Or is Canelo directly resting him early? Remark on your contemplations down below. The best get down on Jake Paul has done as far as Canelo was after his misfortune to Bivol in light of the fact that he was most certainly feeling himself, and really figured he could win. What's more, very much like that, Canelo Alvarez loses to Dimitri Bivol. An astonishing battle by Bivol. I'm 2 inches greater than Bivol, 20 pounds heavier. Allow me 3 years. I take out Canelo similarly. He's on the ropes, like he won. He just won 3 balances of the entire battle. Eddie Hearn. Screw you. You can suck my dick. I'm coming. I'm beating Canelo in 3 fucking years. I put that on my mother. Well done, Dimitri Bivol. He showed that Canelo is effectively conquerable by a greater man, which I've known this entire time. Put stock in yourself, kids, and don't pay attention to these fucking English slimeballs like Eddie Hearn. At the point when Canelo battled Bivol, it was at 175. Also, for all intents and purposes, Jake Paul battles at around 180 to 185 or more, which was viewed as the key reason Canelo lost. Yet at the same time, regardless of whether it was valid, that was Bivol. What's more, this is Jake Paul, whom we're discussing here. Jake Paul's striking statement on a forthcoming matchup with Canelo Alvarez has been disproved by Dylan Dennis, who is obviously battling Logan Paul in very nearly 10 days now, which we need to simply trust is really going to occur.